Good morning, guys. I wanted to just give you a quick little video about a couple tips and tricks that you might be able to use for the Gizmo today. Sorry I'm missing you guys, but I just had something pop up. If I look at our Schoology course, all right, I've posted a folder for today, Tuesday, December 19th. I'm going to put this video first thing. But you'll see the Gizmo is broken up into two parts today, and I've left a discussion post after each one. If you guys could leave a comment, leave your thoughts on that question after you finish that specific part. But looking into the first section of the Gizmo, we're looking at just one single recording station. And I'll see that we have P and S waves that come from an earthquake. And I'll pause it here. My P waves are going to be shown in purple. My S waves are going to be shown in sort of this off green. All right, but as I play this through and I look that these lines are crossing this A, which is showing me my recording station, I start to see these blips on my graph. Okay, and I should see that my P waves give me some pretty small variations, whereas my S waves give me a much larger variation. However, my P waves are getting there first, and my S waves are getting there second. Okay. One little tool I like to use on this one, I can click this little box here and show my time probe. It's going to give me two different lines that I can drag along this graph, and it's going to give me not only the times of where they are at currently on the graph, but it's going to do some quick math for you and tell you the difference between both of them. This is going to be really helpful because as I get to part B of this section, I'm actually going to want to start to create a graph. And we should see that there's a relationship that as this distance of the earthquake gets larger, something happens to the change in time between the two different types of waves. You're going to want to use this graph as you get into the second earthquake section. We're now going to be using 3 different recording stations. And what we'll see that we're going to want to play through, and you're going to see that we have our different recording stations are going to be different distances away from the earthquake. We can use our changes in time between the P and the S waves to try and make these radii more accurate. Okay, so if, like for instance, I see that right here, let me pause this real quick. I see that the distance between my P and my S waves for A are very small. So the radius of A is going to be relatively small. All right, for B, it's getting a little bit larger, so maybe I might drag that up a bit. And then for A is almost not quite identical, but pretty close. So I might want to make sure that these are at the same distance. Okay, when I have adjusted these distance, now I see that this red dot is popping up. Okay, because that is the only position where the earthquake could be. It's exactly 170 kilometers from A, it's 420 kilometers from B, and 430 kilometers from C. Now, you're going to have some randomized simulations when it comes to trying it yourself, but hopefully this just serves as a good example. I know this is going to be a tricky one to do, and like I said, I'm sorry I'm not able to stop in today, but hopefully this should help, and we can answer any questions we might have. I should be online, so if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them over on Schoology. All right, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.